My name is Ihab Ilyas. I'm a professor of computer science in the University of Waterloo in Canada. Well, we all heard that data has been important, and people call it the new oil, and that's kind of an old saying now. People pass the hurdle of realizing or struggling with the idea why data is important, because now it's everywhere. We have seen unicorns created just on the idea of owning data of users, user experiences, data about oil and gas, data about products, buying and selling habits. So people started to realize that data has monetary value to it. So the return of investment on data has become clearer than ever. So selling the idea of how data is important become obsolete now. I think we passed that hurdle, and we're now in phase 2, which is how exactly we realize that value. So people are now believers, and now we need to move into innovation around data and how to kind of unleash its value to actually drive businesses, create new lines of businesses, change policies and decision-making in general. So I really think that data quality is a big problem. And also, that's one of the problems that have been overlooked in the past, but not anymore. So if we are now passing the hurdle of building machine learning models and AI, and people start to realize, oh, intelligence is great and AI is going to take over the world, AI researchers are struggling with the quality of the data they feed into their models, and the attention in terms of businesses, economy, but also academia and research is shifting towards the quality of this data, how to maintain it, how to make sure that it doesn't have contradictions, what's fake, what's correct, what's incorrect. So reasoning about what we collect and moving from treating it as facts into observations that require further validation and sometimes enrichment, removing errors, imputing what's missing is the only way now to make this data valuable. That's besides the analytics that we write on this data, which have more maturity in the last few years. Existing businesses can definitely accelerate around data, but also data is creating new businesses. So there are a whole slew of new startups just around data as a first-class product, as opposed to a side product, where you're doing something else and now you're interested in collecting data around it. There are multiple startups, and one of these are my own, with my students in Waterloo and my colleagues from Wisconsin and Stanford, where we're creating a company just for the quality of the data, for example, and assessment, and help people with it. So not only data can be an important product of existing businesses like traditional businesses, but it will create a new line of businesses, I think, as well.